What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is September 24th of 2021. Well, folks, I hope you all are having a fantastic day wherever you are, and I hope you can hear me good. I'm currently along the coastline of Spain. I'm visiting for a very short while for a friend's wedding. However, I thought it's Friday, we're here near the beach, why not do a quick ramble and rave session just to summarize the current state of the market and where I think we're really heading over the next coming months. You know, last time I did one of these, it was a little over 4 months ago, back when we were in the May correction in crypto markets, when we had gone from $65,000 down to $30,000 in Bitcoin's price. And to just kind of put it in perspective, not only was this one of the worst mid-cycle corrections we've seen, but in the sense of percentage declines from open to close for the month, it was one of the worst months in history, and it was the largest single decline of market cap in dollar-denominated terms for crypto markets in history. So it's very understandable back then that we were in a really fearful state, that a lot of people were panicking. Many people thought that the kind of cycle top was in for cryptocurrencies, that the bull market was over, and we were set for a pending 2 to 3 year bear market for cryptocurrencies. Well, look at where we're at right now. And if you guys remember back in May, we held very confident on the conviction that this was merely a mid-cycle correction, and that outside of that, we had a ways to go over the coming months. And back then, when Bitcoin's price was around 30K, a lot of people were confident that we were going to go to 25K, 20K, 15K, and instead we rallied all the way back up to $51,000. And even after the pullback we've had over the past 2 weeks, Bitcoin's price, after going down to 40K, is now rebounded back to 45K. Putting aside all the volatility and the choppiness here, guys, there's just so many visual signs, if you look at the long-term time frames, that showcase really where we are. Ethereum, right, back in the $30,000 range, just revisited back to its previous all-time highs back a couple weeks ago. Bitcoin at 45K versus 30K, you can do the math, it's a 50% increase back from those May lows. And again, we were just back at $51,000 just about 2 weeks ago. I can tell you guys, these type of percentage returns and revisits close to the previous all-time highs in a cycle do not indicate of a bear market. The data science models do not indicate of a bear market, that the cycle top is in, that markets are exhausted. We're seeing new markets or new focus points of investment popping up every week. It was first DeFi in this case, where we had a big focus. We really were able to spot DeFi early on, but there's even some markets that have caught us off by surprise a little bit. NFTs, we've been seeing layer 1 protocol competitors coming up. There's a lot of new interests in the space. The scalability and usability start to become much more fluid within the cryptocurrency space. And again, I think that, even keeping as much of a non-biased view as we can, the simple thesis I always will share with you guys is, so long as the trend is intact, so long as things are moving in this case in the crypto space, we have to ask ourselves, what other markets out there do we have to really focus on? I mean, sure, equities have been performing well, there's some commodities that have been doing great, but nothing is going to outpace the markets of scale of cryptocurrencies. And again, as I emphasized, even during that brutal sell-off back in May, just in a matter of a little over 4 months, we're up 50% in Bitcoin's price. That's not to mention Ethereum and many other crypto assets revisiting back to their all-time highs, setting in new all-time highs, and generally altcoin dominance continuing to rally up and repress back towards the general resistance range back in 2017 and early 2018, back during the previous cycle. I can tell you guys, that's not what you see in a bear market. We're seeing increased risk-taking, increased excitement for the market, as there's a lot of new different types of projects and protocols launching. And if you guys want the clear-cut answer in this case, and don't worry, again, as I mentioned, I'm just here for a wedding. I'm visiting at the moment. I haven't sold all my crypto assets. In fact, to be completely candid with you guys, I'm still massively overexposed in this case to crypto, right? I'm looking for different types of plays in the market. My thesis right now is, how do I reallocate my portfolio? How do I, again, continue to benefit from the broader macro cycle in crypto? And when I see those cycle top signs like I saw back in 2017, and trust me, they're relatively familiar in this case, right? They're easy to spot if you really have that street smart perspective, looking at the long-term time frames and how price is playing out and how volume's flowing in and how it's in the media. Right now, we're not at that point, but when it gets there, I'll let you guys know when I think that the cycle top is in for crypto. And along with that as well, when I think that peak fear has come to the market, and when there's peak fear, there's peak opportunity to be able to build positions. That's just how asset markets work, right? So Again, guys, I don't want to hold up too much of your time. I want to keep it relatively simple. I think that we've got a lot coming ahead of us, not only a lot of exciting trends, but again, the move from where we are right now at around a $2 trillion valuation all the way up to a $10 trillion valuation. It sounds far-fetched, I know, to put it on par with markets like gold, right? But I think we're going to get there, especially seeing as this is the asset class that the next generation of investors are focusing on, that institutions are garnering more interest in. And whether people like to admit it or not, crypto markets can make crazy multiples. Its volatility can also be a negative, but it can also be a very big positive when it comes to maximizing returns in the market. All right, I'll let you guys go. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend wherever you are. And until the next video, see you on the next one. Take care, everyone.